YouTube has a problem. A very big problem that's majorly affecting content creators across the website negatively. Media has started attacking YouTube's advertisers. YouTube's advertisers don't choose what videos their ads get played on. Because of this, you'll see odd things like Coca-Cola ads being placed on hate videos. Media like the Wall Street Journal picked up on this and has been attacking them. These advertisers didn't like the negative publicity, and many of them pulled their ads from YouTube entirely. YouTube has been scrambling trying to fix this issue, but it has negatively impacted content creators because of it. I myself have been hit particularly hard by this. Keep in mind, I use this revenue to pay my bills and rent and to keep these channels going. It's a full-time job for me. Advertisements have only been playing roughly 40 to 60% of the time on my videos. The end result is obvious. I'm only making around 40 to 60% of the money that I usually would make, since most ads are just not playing. My pay has been cut in half, and that's a very big problem since, like I said, I rely on this income to pay my bills and rent, and to keep these channels going. For those of you unaware, I run two different accounts. There is this one, my video game account, and then there's my other one, my Airsoft account. My Airsoft account focuses on reviews of Airsoft products. This is obviously rather expensive to maintain and takes a lot of time. For every review I make, I need to spend somewhere between $100 to $700 just to get a gun for that one video alone. I'm not sponsored, I don't get guns thrown at me, and no one pays for my videos. Everything comes out of pocket. Then you get the actual time it takes to make a review itself. Going outside during the correct weather conditions, during the correct lighting conditions, trying to reduce as much noise pollution as possible, getting 20 or so different shots of the gun that I need, coming back inside and doing the actual edit of the review, adding proper music, doing the correct voiceover, etc, etc. When everything is said and done, it takes about a week for one review. Over here on my video game account, it's a little bit less expensive, but it still costs money. I buy every game out of pocket on launch, which means most games I'm spending around $60 for. If I buy 3 games one month, I'm spending $170. And that's if they don't have a premium pass like Battlefield 1. I've spent $110 in Battlefield 1 and I don't necessarily regret it, but that's not really cheap. Spending all this money on my two different accounts while not having a sponsor and not having any paid ads is obviously not sustainable. But what can you guys do to help? Well, the first thing you've probably already been doing. Watch as many of my videos as possible and get engaged as much as possible. This means commenting, liking, favoriting, and sharing the video to anyone possible. This gets it more into YouTube's algorithm, and even though the ads aren't playing as consistently as they should be, i.e. all the time, they do still show up 40 to 60% of the time, and that's more money than nothing at all. The second thing you can do is that if you are an advertiser or a sponsor, well, this channel definitely needs one. And the last one is the Patreon I just set up about a week ago. Patreon is a great website where you can give to content creators directly. You can pledge a certain amount of monthly to a content creator you want to see more content from. This can be whatever you want. $1 to as much as you want. 50, 100, 1000, doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to pledge, you have the ability to do so. Payment's easy, whether it's a credit card, debit card, or a PayPal. I have 77,500 subscribers on this account. If every one of them donated $5 a month, I would have $387,500 monthly. Imagine where I could take my accounts if this was the case. But I just started my Patreon, and the hardest part of anything is really getting it going. So don't assume that someone else is going to pledge the money if you're contemplating doing so. Now obviously I don't feel entitled to your guys' money. The amount of support I get on this channel is absolutely astounding. But at this point I do need more help to keep this channel going. Now I know some people are going to look at this video and go, why should I pay you for you doing your hobby, not realizing just how much work gets put into each and every one of the videos I make. Many people still look at video game accounts as if every video game account is a Let's Play account where people are screaming into the microphone and then somehow getting paid. That's not really what I do on this channel. At this point I've taken this channel to video game journalism. Whether it's making a review of a game or a mod, Chapter 1 is such an incoherent mess that I don't even know where to begin. I guess let's start with the combat. After having such a high-octane, amazing first-person shooter experience with a prologue, Chapter 1 decides that it suddenly wants to be a zombie survival game. Why? If I wanted this, I could have gone to the early access section of Steam. Or comparing Half-Life 1 to Half-Life 2, it was my go-to game to enjoy myself. That's a stark contrast to today. I never find myself getting the itch to play Half-Life 2, and in the few cases where I do, I find myself bored halfway through. Yet, I play Half-Life 1 at least once a year and enjoy it all the way through. It never gets boring, and I never enjoy it any less than the time before it. Why is this? Or creating a highlight reel for a Rivals of Aether tournament. These actually take a very long time to make. The last one I made for CEO Dreamland required me to sift through around 6 hours of footage.
Keep Renzo guessing where he's going to end up.
Ooh, the trickiness, using the down airs to create a bit of a mix-up here. The idea is that you want to use...
Oh, no tech. That game was so fast.
Or maybe I'm talking about video game balance between PC and console. Well, on console, it's impossible to go into a game without finding that person that has 100 service stars with a Hell Regal, not the Automatico. And if the comments off my recent Nerf the Automatico video are anything to go off of, this seems to be general console player thought. But why is it so different from PC? Maybe I'm making a weapon showcase. These actually take an incredibly long time to make. Actually recording each individual animation in the game and then editing them together is a tedious process, but most of the time I have to do other things before I can even get to the step of recording to begin with. In the case of Battlefield 1, for example, I needed to reach level 10 with every single class before I could make a Battlefield 1 weapon showcase. This took about 100 hours of playing time, just to make this one video. In Killing Floor 2's case, this meant I had to record every single idle animation, which happened at random, edit them properly so no double idle animations were in the video, and then show 2 different reload animations for every gun in the game. Obviously these videos aren't just me having fun playing video games, uploading them to the internet, and then getting paid. They're a lot of tedious work. Even the videos of me just playing and having fun, like my Battlefield 1 moment videos, still requires me sifting through hours of footage and editing it together. The playing bit is fun, and I do enjoy doing it, but actually editing the video together takes a lot of time, far more than the time I spent actually playing the game. The few cases where I do a straight up let's play of a game is usually in the form of a stream. I do this because I enjoy the interaction between my community, as is evident by my Discord as well. Being able to talk to my fans as I'm making content live is a special experience that I genuinely enjoy. But more importantly with these streams, I plan on using the footage later on for another video, say a review. For example, when I streamed Half-Life 2, I used the footage of that stream for the comparison between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. It wasn't me just doing a let's play and then uploading it to the internet to get paid. Now the point of this video isn't to complain and say, oh my job is so much work. The point of this video is to make you hopefully understand why this has become a full-time job for me. And again, why the YouTube ad situation has become a huge problem for me, as I rely on this revenue to pay my bills and rent, and without it, I can't keep making content for you guys. It's a frustrating situation to be in because even though I'm doing a lot of work and really trying my best to grow my channels, and I am seeing views go up, my pay has dropped drastically, to the point of where I actually need to be concerned about it. Again, this is what I use to pay my bills and rent, so I can't have my pay drop any further than it already has. And to my viewers, this matters to you because, well, you won't see content if I can't do this. But that's the full story. If you guys want to help and contribute, again, check out the Patreon, which is linked down below in the video information, or you can go to www.patreon.com/Jarek4.